Chapter 13, Confession. My mother turned. Her eyebrows went up. That's so. Yeah, I said. Maybe Joey did sort of push me, but the last couple days, it was all on my own. She sat on the edge of the sofa. I see. Anything else? Confession is good for the soul, you know. Well, there was another person in it, sort of. I see. She crossed her legs, folded her arms. A girl. She nodded. She thought. Would her initials be JB by any chance? I was shocked. How did you know? You've been in love with Judy Billing since first grade. How did she know that? Well, I said, something happened with her, and I guess I went a little crazy. I see. Well, anyway, I think I'm through with her. My mom nodded. I imagine she'll survive. She sat back in the sofa. She just smiled at me for a while. Mom? Yes? There's more. Is there? Yeah. You know when I was a rat there? Before you went up the tree? Yeah, well, I mean, I was really a rat. You wouldn't believe it. No? I took stuff from little kids. I pushed them off swings. I got a detention at school because I wouldn't stop laughing. I rang doorbells. A regular rip snorter. Yeah. And Mom? Yes? It was me that took all the Klondike bars. Her eyebrows shot up. Everyone? Yeah, totally. She shook her head. She was dumbfounded. I'm afraid to ask if there's anything else. Anything else. Yeah, there was something else. Something still stuck inside me. What was it? I didn't know. Can't think of anything else, I told her. She reached out and took my hand and squeezed it. Well, rat or no rat, your mom still loves you. There. Mom, I know now. Something else. When I was being a rat, I thought I was having a great time, but I wasn't. I was having a rotten time. I thought of the faces of the little kids that I had pushed around. It's like the other kids thought I was a big deal or something, but I didn't like myself, Mom. My lip was quivering. It's no fun being a rat. My mom's face was blurry as she came toward me and pulled me to her. We stayed like that for a long time. I heard her sniffling. After a while, she said, Remember when you said being a rat was the first step to becoming a man? Yeah? Well, I was just thinking, it's kind of funny. As soon as you stopped trying to be a man, you became one. In a nice little way, I might add. How's that? Your confession there, taking blame on yourself, admitting you were wrong, that's grown-up stuff. Really? She hugged me. Really. Well, I said, from now on, I'm just going to be a kid. That's enough. She laughed. That's plenty. Suddenly I remembered. Winky! I bolted out the back door. I searched the yard. Nothing. I tore the lids off the trash cans. Nothing. Gone. No! My mother's voice came from the doorway. We thought you might change your mind. I stared at her finger, which was pointing up, upstairs. I dashed past her up the steps into my room. There he was, my one-eyed teddy bear, sitting on my pillow. Chapter 14, Me and Dad. I guess I should mention one other thing to wrap up the story. It was a couple days later, a Saturday, my dad's day off. I came back from playing outside and saw him in front of the VCR. I asked what he was watching. E.T., he said. Only he didn't say it regular. His voice sounded funny. I came into the room. I looked at the screen. E.T. was on the table, all white. I looked at my father, at his face. His eyes were glassy. His cheeks were wet. He was crying. Dad, I said. He pulled out a hanky and blew his nose. He chuckled. Every time that little guy dies, he sniffed, I want to bawl like a baby. I climbed into his lap. I hadn't done that for a long time. I nestled into him. Don't sweat it, Dad, I told him. I do too.